Hi guys. I know it's been a few days, and I have at least two posts that I've posted that I still have to answer, as well as a couple of other people's posts, replies, fiction I've got to read. Last 6 days, I guess, 6, 7 days, I have been mainlining Once Upon a Time and Grimm. That's all I really felt like doing. This weekend, I think I answered a couple of emails, but other than that, I wasn't even online. Um, I can't even explain that. I just hit one of those slumps where I was like, you know what? I don't feel good. I already know I'm depressed. I really don't need the reminder that I'm depressed. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to watch Once Upon a Time and Grimm and try to make myself feel a little bit better. I find that I enjoy both shows immensely. I am all caught up with Grimm, and I'm almost caught up with Once Upon a Time. I'm enjoying sharing them with hubby as well. He's loving them. So that's what I've been doing the past week. Yeah, with two posts that I posted that I haven't answered. Yeah, I know, fail, but I am getting to them. Also took care of some doctor's appointments, got Rowan to the dentist so he could get, seals, because he has, like, those little indentations in his teeth, and they worry about that, and I don't know, maybe other people's kids get that too. The littlest went to the doctor today. I'm severely pissed about some of the shit that I have to deal with this doctor. I mean, he's a great doctor. He really is. But in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, I'm not a doctor, but I'm a doctor's kid, and my husband is a nurse's kid. So of course this makes us think that we know what the fuck is going on, and we can, sit there and have opinions about medical care and how it's done. Procedures, diagnosis, things like that. We actually have opinions. I don't agree with this doctor. I mean, number one, it's my littlest, and they kind of screwed up with him from the get-go. Now, he was born 11/7/08, but they had him marked down as being born 7/11/08. This is where our problem started. Now, number one, how can I be holding a 3-month-old that you think is 7 months old? So, I mean, everything with our youngest was first scaled to this mistake, which took like 6 months to correct. Once we got that corrected, they still seem to have that mentality because of course, it was written in his chart one date, and then another date, and then they of course didn't change any of the charts to match his actual birth date. And then, of course, there's his older brother who's autistic, so they like to scale things based on his older brother. To me, it's just lazy doctoring. It really is. But that's another time. I will not discuss that. I am still mad about that and still trying to work that out. He's healthy, runny nose, and he has got another catheter set up, another angio set up for the 4th. So hubby had to take off for that. His supervisor's like, well, I'm glad you requested. And, my husband said he walked away, and a coworker's like, what's the strange look on your face? And he was like, oh, well, I wasn't asking. My kid has a doctor's appointment at the hospital. Have to have this done. It wasn't a request. I was telling him that I'm not going to be here on this day. Be prepared. Yeah, because a lot of these hospital visits, you don't get a choice what day. They tell you. They tell you what time to show up. So, once we get that out of the way, boys will be free and clear. I may have another job lined up for hubby. All my laundry is done. All my dishes are done. My house is clean. Bonus. So, as well as catching up with Once Upon a Time and Grimm and, like, mainlining them. I'm like, IV, oh my goodness, get all the episodes at once and watch them all at once. I actually managed to get that done. and I've been improving some of my routines around here to try to get myself in a more even keel, which left me with Monday and today. I was actually able to catch up on everything I missed, except for a few things here and there, which I have listed to get to tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get that done. I still have to call colleges. I still have to check around for to see if I can find voice acting somewhere inside this town. I still do need to check that theater. Thank you, Digital. Thank you so much for that. But other than that, I've just been chilling out, not thinking, taking it easy, and backing away from a lot of the things that normally I would enjoy, because since I don't have work that to go to, something to get my mind off of home and everything else so I can chew on other things. I'm a multitasker that way. I've kind of put fandom at a back seat. While I did that, though, I was listening to a song yesterday on the radio and got an idea for a fiction. I'm letting it brew. I'm not touching it yet. The reason why I'm not touching it is because I'm mildly scared, and I'm still at that point where I'm unsure of myself. Slowly, the whole, I'm afraid of other people's opinions became I'm afraid of not being able to do it anymore because of other people's opinions or other people's. I'm getting so many hits on fanfiction.net and on AO3, and you think this would bolster my confidence. Unfortunately, my auditor's mind goes, okay, since you're rattling down so many good reviews, let's wait for the bad one. So, yeah, I've been trying to work my mind around the little negative aspects that it's trying to fall into before I tackle that piece. I'm also trying not to think about the 1,000 other pieces that I need to work on. So it has been a really rough week and a half. To top it all off, all last week while I was, watching, Once Upon a Time and Grimm, the boys just decided to be asses. And it has nothing to do with what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. It was just a bad week. Weather here has been crazy. Ronan has been slowly catching a cold that he's now got full blown. The baby's nose runs all the time. So I don't even know if he has a cold. I can assume he has one. I've got one. I know my husband's got one. And right now I have my sliding glass door open with the screen, the only barrier between me and outside. It is that warm here. So I already know the weather really probably hasn't helped things. My kids are barometers, and well, so am I. I've had a perpetual headache for like the last 4 or 5 days. So it's just one of those that, it was a really, really bad week last week. Jen, I know that you were hoping that I would help you with some fictions because I know you're still having a problem with MOAM, and I really wanted to help you with that, but it was just one of those where I wasn't even online the 2 days that you were talking to me. I know Laura and Karen and 2 or 3 other people were trying to reach me on IM. Carla, I know you were trying to reach me. It just wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. Hopefully this week will be better. Like I said, I've got a lot of stuff out of the way. Mostly the menial. I always have to get the menial chores, the housework out of the way before I feel comfortable with doing anything. I always have to clear my table completely. So tomorrow I'm going to be catching up on my posts and answering posts and replies and comments, and hopefully answering my 2 posts that I put up before I even think about tackling fiction. It's a thing. I might not be hitting the fiction tomorrow. I might be getting everything else out of the way. Like I said, I've got every other chore that I can think of done around here. I've got a routine set up for me and the boys. Most of the doctor's appointments are out of the way. Everything that could distract is out of the way. I've got a routine set up. I've got a new job interview for hubby. I have like 2-3 things that I have to do to get jump started on what I want to do. And hopefully during that time, when I get all the stuff that I feel I have to do cleared out of the way, to leave rooms for those 2 or 3 things that I want to do, hopefully fiction will fall in the realms of things that I want to do. I really do want to write, but right now it's not so much the muse is gone, it's not so much that the idea isn't there, is that the jump start, the spark, the interest is just kind of in a gray area right now. I still love Doctor Who with an absolute fanatical passion, but it's muted right now, and I know the reason why. I mean, seasonal depression, bad weather, I don't have a job or anything else to occupy my mind while I work on fiction. Just one of those, it's obviously, the problems I had last year, about 3 months at the end of the year, are obviously continuing over into this year. Oh, I really want to get back to producing fiction like I did last year. I really want to get back into fandom. But I know that I'm going to have to find something to occupy my head so that I can actually do that and be content with myself again. So that's the update. Once again, a lazy post. I just really didn't feel like typing it out. And yay me, I got this in one shot. So I'll just leave it at this. I know it was a ramble and hardly meant anything, and I just went over the same points over and over again, but it's a post. And it's a way to sneak in and tell you guys that I love you. And if you watched all of this, you get a cookie. Seriously. I have several different kinds. I do have dark side cookies for those who are looking. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And until I actually get to answering posts, or, as they say, until next time, know that I love you all, and I will be talking to you soon. Bye, guys.